Hello, welcome to a Monday. Uh,
Hello.
we're we're kind of having a rough Monday. You had a rough day, or ended
Eh,
rough, I should say.
It did end rough. I had car trouble. But you know what? It didn't like spin me out or anything. It was more like I just kind of sat back and just chilled over it cuz you know what? When you have car problems, well, first of all, if you drive a vehicle, let's just start there. If you drive a vehicle, um having problems with it is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Hmm.
And you can take it as it comes. And I guess that's why you plan, right? Plan emergency savings, plan, whatever it is. And honestly, it didn't spin me out. Now it's frustrating, but that was all it was. But yeah, no. But that's how my day ended. But how was your Monday?
It wasn't too bad, for the most part. Attempting at figuring out all of our platforms. So if you end up
Yes.
and see me multitasking here, um, it wasn't too bad, other than for anyone that joined us last week in regards of not being able to go live yet on YouTube. They still haven't got back to my appeal, so that was kind of frustrating. So I did spend part of the day trying to figure out some of these other platforms such as Rumble and
So let's back up for a second. So we titled this Live, Reset and Moving Forward with the Rebranding. So just to bring folks up to speed, we went to literally go live last Monday evening, um, like minutes, and somebody messaged me and said, "Where's your YouTube? It's gone."
mhm.
And it really was gone.
Yep. So we ended up and we got a email 3 o'clock, literally a week ago, that stated the fact that they removed our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Um, I've had several people reach out. I was attempting at looking for the email, but at this point it doesn't matter, because the channel is gone and it's under appeal. But yet they told me that it could take 2 to 3 days to review the appeal and get back to me, and it's been a week. So what we did was create literally from ground zero.
Yep.
But that's also why this is titled the rebrand,
Mhm.
because we're resetting, we're moving forward. One door closed, which was our other YouTube. I'm not going to continue fighting, even though we had
Mm-mm.
over 125,000 views on that page. We appreciate each and every one of our followers. Um, but it is what it is. And we're moving forward with the fact of creating another YouTube channel.
Mhm.
And here I can end up and grab that link for that one. And so that YouTube, once YouTube does its thing, because again, we're at the mercy of YouTube. Um, some people I know we already have, you know, follower. Um, as I'm grabbing the link, I see the follower. So we have a subscriber over there, but we rebranded. We kept the name with the community the same across the board. So it is BNC Community, over on YouTube. Here is a link. We are not streaming, so before anyone ends up and jumps over there, we are not streaming over there because again, we're at the mercy of YouTube. So it is still sitting in a pending cycle, saying that I had to request streaming access on
Yeah.
that channel.
Yeah.
So once YouTube deems that, hey, we can end up and stream on that channel, that, it's a verified channel. I mean, I had to go through all sorts of verification earlier. So we will then get things uploaded. We will come back bigger, better than before. It's just a matter of waiting on YouTube. But meanwhile, we are streaming on Rumble, hopefully. Rumble, I don't know if anyone that says you're over there watching. Let me know, because on my end, I don't see the video streaming.
Oh,
So I'm hoping it's streaming. I hope you can see me. Welcome. We will be more active. It may take me a minute to figure out Rumble. Anyone that has any suggestions for Rumble, feel free to shoot them my way. Um, but yeah, we will be live over there. We will, for those that are going to be listening. Obviously, I am Becky. My co-host is Sherry. These
hello.
will be uploaded to actual podcasts. So we have talked about uploading to iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Yeah,
I think there was another one in there.
I think so.
But
Who knows?
with that being said, we may have, gotten knocked down, but don't count us out. This is just a setback. This week has just been a refocus,
Hmm.
and we
Hmm.
are resetting and we're moving forward. So we
Well,
will
I was
go
going to
ahead.
say they didn't remove our voice, right? They didn't
Yeah.
remove our impact. They didn't remove, you know, you and I kind of took it pretty. We were frustrated, but we weren't over the top. Like it was almost like, this might be a good idea to rise stronger, right? Come back
Mhm.
bigger and better. And again, YouTube, they they removed our account. We don't know why. There was no warning. Um, but we're not spiraling, we're not blaming. In fact, what we decided was this was actually a blessing in disguise, right? This has focused us to actually come up and create an even more powerful platform. Um, you know, it's leaning deeper into our mission, and Becky and I talk a lot, not just on social media, but we talk on the phone a lot, and we've been kind of wanting to like reset and refocus um kind of our mission, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and that's where it really, having the mission and having the community and being on the mission to help people, right?
Yes.
That has always been our mission going forward, and we've tried to end up and bring, people in to speak of different ways that it can help you. We've tried, we looked at the capacity of not only our voices, but other people's health voices and other avenues that people struggle with, right? Stress, health, family, etc., right? And being that real, open, honest voice um, is what our followers need to hear, right? They need to hear that healing and growth aren't always straight lines. And sometimes this happens even in your journey, right? You may end
Yeah.
up and be making progress, or you may fall off track. I mean, we literally just had a video a couple weeks ago, and that we were talking about this. And so yes, I was upset. Yes, I'm frustrated. I want to wring, someone's neck at YouTube. But on the other hand, sometimes reframing how we end up and use these quote knockdowns as
Mhm.
lessons instead of a
Mhm.
loss, right?
Mhm.
Cut our tie, cut our loss. That was, um, just like in life, setting those boundaries, right? And so the journey isn't defined by how we end up when we fall, it's defined by how we rise from it. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're just coming up, and we're going to make a bigger comeback. And we always bounce back. We
Mhm.
could sit and wallow and, woe is me, right? And I could, have a bunch of emails back and forth with YouTube of why they did it and, what
Yeah.
caused it. But that is no different than putting energy towards someone that is not supporting your journey.
Right.
That is no different than, beating yourself up with shame because you had maybe a meal that wasn't optimal.
Right.
And that's where really shifting this perspective and building that resilience of this is us. This is
Yeah.
what we are going to do. We've identified it, we've built it, and we're coming back.
Stronger. Stronger. We're
Mhm.
evolving. Like this was um kind of we're reclaiming, right, our voice and our vision and our values. And we hope, right, that you continue to follow us because we do definitely believe that healing the whole body was a mission for us, correct?
Mhm. Yep. It was. And that's where the mission has always been to heal, right?
Right.
What avenues of healing? It's not just nutrition, it's not just circadian, it's not just, one area, but we're looking at how can we end up and heal the whole thing. And that's still the mission, right? Just because we branded everything, we had different things, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're watching us here on our Instagrams, we're still going to end up and use our personal Instagram,
Yeah.
but the other platforms are all going to end up and be consistent. um I got to be fully honest. I got to look at the podcast, but everything else has all been consistent with the BNC community. So when someone ends up and, ask, or someone ends up and questions where they can listen to us, no matter what platform they end up and they look at, it's
Hmm.
united together under the BNC community.
Right. Well, and I mean, the truth is, platforms can remove our content, right?
Mhm.
But what they cannot remove is our calling.
Yeah. Yep. And, you know, I try to end up and bring various things, even, to my social media, of the good and the
Hmm.
bad, right? Because it's not all just sunshine and butterflies.
Right.
There is those struggles. And, to me, this just shows that, hey, we're human too. I
Hmm.
can guarantee I'm human because I have no idea tonight if all the platforms are streaming. I see you guys over here on Instagram, but I'm really questioning this Rumble. I I I don't know if it's
Not
streaming.
not not streaming. That's fine though. I mean,
Mm,
we'll figure it out. But you know, we asked ourselves some hard questions like what are we really building, um who owns the space that we're pouring our soul into, what legacies do we want to leave behind, and that's when we decided. And it was really kind of funny because it was we both came to the same conclusion at the same time of it's time for a rebranding, right? It's
mm,
time that we move into kind of where our hearts are going. Um, because honestly, this rebranding isn't cosmetic. I'm gonna correlate it to healing, and it's actually cellular.
mhm. Yeah, and that's where when you get down on the cellular level and the energy, right? What is it that we are looking at and telling ourselves, right? We always talk
Right.
about how the body keeps the score on that cellular level, but again, we really want to create a space, not just a coaching space, not just a
Right.
podcast space, not just, a community space. We love all of our spaces, but we really want that place where people can realize that health isn't just about chasing perfection. It's not about quick fixes. It's not about crash dieting. It's not, you know,
Right.
it's a space of real life, real energy, the struggles, the stories that end up in honor, right? That people aren't in this alone, and that we can end up and build it better. I mean, that's essentially it. I mean, no matter which space you are in, which space you are following us from, right? Whether
Hmm.
that's the community, whether that's once YouTube figures its thing out, or whether it's in, our own social media, because you and I both end up and do it a little bit different. But what we are going to do as part of this moving forward is educate,
Mhm.
encourage,
Mhm.
continue to bring our experience, and experiences of others, right? We end up, when we do the round table, we may end up, as part of the community, Coach James is coming back and doing a meeting in regards of strength training and exercise and all of that. So that'll be, part of the community. So it's not just how we're aligning nature or grounding or, rebuilding that cellular trust with our body so that we know those hormone cues, but it's also shifting from survival into healing. And that's where many of us end up, and we're just out here surviving, right? We're just trying to stay afloat. And we just need that safe circle where people can be vulnerable, but yet they can end up and celebrate. And that's where the community is, right? That's where we can end up and talk about and use our own voices, right? We speak from personal experience about a journey, and we can bring other people's voices as, guest contributors. We can bring them as, VIP guests. We had several interviews with people, and
Mhm.
so really our mission is not only to educate from a self perspective, but bring together people through our colleagues that we've, created this network with, and educate people, empower people to, celebrate their wins, to build that confidence, to build their natural ability to heal, but
Yeah.
also give them tools, right?
Right.
We didn't necessarily this last month, but we create challenges. We create practical tools that people can end up and use and implement in their daily, lifestyle, where it's not about buying a bunch. Yes, I'm sitting in red light, but it's, you don't have to have a lot of, things, right? I'm
Right.
choosing my words wisely, but
Right.
you know, it's just getting back to the foundation, getting back to reclaiming health and what that truly means.
Yep. Yep. And what can you do to help? Not you, Becky, but our
I know.
audience.
Yeah, I see
Um,
questions also.
oh, good. What we're going to ask of you in the next few weeks is if you've ever felt seen or heard or healed by our work, um, this is definitely your moment to help amplify it. You can follow us on the new platforms. You can share our rebranding. You can definitely engage in the content, comments, and so forth. Subscribe when we get to that point. You can be a part of our rebuild as well because this isn't just our comeback. It's not just mine and Becky's, but it's yours as well. And so, definitely we're not starting over. We are evolving.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And like I said, most of the platforms so far are under the BNC. I will look at the podcasts, and see, but essentially the rebrand's all going to end up and be consistent. So everything will be the same there. So you'll be able to find us, and like I said, find us, follow us, like the content. Some of the videos from before, when I logged into Rumble today, are there. So there are a few videos there. Um, but yeah, it's going to be bigger and better. And like I said, that's the biggest way that, and thank you. I see the comments that say wish us both great success, and
Oh,
um that you guys are sorry it happened to us. Things happen for a reason.
yeah.
So,
Well,
I
it's
had
just
I had
like
several
your
reach out.
healing journey, right? Our healing journeys, we have to pivot.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
so this is just part of the pivoting and looking at what can we do to make this better? What can I do, personally to continue to heal? And all of this goes hand in hand. I mean, it's a great learning lesson as well.
Yeah. It's it's overwhelming, because again, I know we had a lot of great followers. We've had a lot of great support. We've had a lot of interactions with many of you, and so that part, hurts. We ended up and we
Yeah.
did lose some of you, but it also is time to, you know, build and move and pivot, reset, refocus,
Mhm.
um, right? And that's just part of it. So, um, whether it's like Sherry said, whether it's our post, whether it's our shorts, because YouTube allows us to do shorts, reels, videos, any
Yep.
type of likes, love, interactions, comments, any of that is going to end up, um, helping build support. So we will still be, unsponsored. I'm not seeking sponsors for the brand new channel. That's one of the comments that I seen.
Oh,
If we will, as part of this rebrand, if we are going to seek sponsors. Um, no, we we will end up and have, interviews like what we did before with some of our affiliates. But that is not necessarily that they are going to be included as sponsors and be a sponsored podcast. This will still just be us speaking like normal, having our roundtables, having our Q&A, having our guest experts, all of that. Um, because that's, again, that's what we want, right? That's, we want it to be real life. We want to interact with you in the
mhm.
questions, in the comment, all of that. So that will be what we do.
Absolutely. And if
um
you have any suggestions and comments that you would like to add, I hope you guys at this point know how to reach out to myself and Becky. I'm on Instagram. You can and Facebook, Step by Healing Step. That they can find you, Becky, on a number of different platforms, right?
yeah. I'm pretty much straight across the board. TikTok, Lemon, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yep.
Yeah, you name the social media platform, I'm pretty much there. If it's not as my name, you can end up and find it under the BNC. It's one or the other. Sorry, I'm just reading comments.
Sure.
Yeah, so how can we end up and we connect with? Okay, so as far as the Q&As and, sorry, not flying around. As far as the Q&As, we will announce as we end up and bring people on. We'll announce those. We'll give
Mhm.
you, a heads up as we know. But under this video, let us know, or in the chat, because like I said, we've got multiple
Yeah.
platforms here that we're streaming to. So some of it's live chat, some of it's the comments, some of it's, whatever platform you're on. Let us know, what it is, or potentially who, right? Who you would like us to include. Who do you want to see? I think once a month we're going to end up and try to do a roundtable with all of us coaches. We'll see how it is, for James, if he's able to jump on, because I know there's certain days where he's training in the gym, so I
Mhm.
don't know if Monday nights work best for him, but we do have Sly committed to it. So, um, but yeah, let us know what you would love. What's one thing you would love to see included as part of this rebranding and the channels, or potentially even who you would love to see us or hear again. Maybe it's someone we've already interviewed, and now that the video's gone, you would love to hear, either an update from them or
Mhm.
an interview with them.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited. I know
Yeah.
that. Again, um, it's we're hoping to build the legacy and not just visibility, but um, we're really honing that in. We've I'll tell you, one of the things that we've talked about is the mental health side of healing a lot.
Yeah. Well, and that's, well, I had that discussion in regards of, you know, was it potentially discussing mental health? Because that seems to be, kind of the new taboo topic um, amongst spaces. And when I started talking about, boundaries and mental health and all of that, oh, what, beginning of the month,
Mhm.
I started losing followers on Instagram, and then we started bringing it into YouTube, and it's one of those topics that I feel is so important that people need, that, again, that space, right? And so if people don't have that space where they can have those conversations, it's back in the day where, sex used to end up and be, a
Mhm.
taboo topic. You never talked about it, let alone, outside the doors of your house. Well, now mental health is kind of that way,
Mhm.
and I don't know. Was that? We don't know. All I know is we're coming back.
We are. We are. And you know, we're going to be real and we're going to resonate the transformation of where we feel that we need the space to go. And again, I'm just excited. I think that your presence really is the pulse of our uh, that keeps us going, right?
Hmm. Yep. Absolutely. So, like I said, make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure
Hmm.
you comment, repost, share the information. Um, we'll come back. We are
We
coming
will.
back. It's
We
not that
are.
we are.
It's just the technical side of things takes a little bit.
I'm not an IT person here, friends. So again, if you are on Rumble, you're seeing us. I see that we've had anywhere between 1 and 3.
Oh.
I appreciate you over here on Rumble. Bear with us. Rumble is
Mhm.
new to me. I am not an IT person, so this is all going to be trial and error. I see Instagram is watching. I see the comments. I see that, but again,
Mhm.
sorry, Rumble, you're coming along. We may even attempt and see if we can, do like a TikTok live, or see what other spaces and platforms we can end up. But my my goal right now is to figure out Rumble for you. So Rumble friends, I'm trying.
One step at a time here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, just so you know, we're still here. We're still going to come live on, our Facebooks, Twitch, Rumble, Instagram. We're going to still keep showing up here um, until we get the whole situation with YouTube taken care of, meaning rebranding, a new one, because you had to request permission. Like, who even knows at this point, like, what's going on
Yeah.
with YouTube? But um, that's where you'll be able to find us for now. And just please bear with us while we figure this out for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And of
So,
course, you can join us in the BNC community. It is free. So, do you have the ticker? Do we have that banner still?
mhm.
Okay, I'll let you get that. So we're going to put, if you go on to www.bncommunity.com, you can enter the code free and you can join for free. We have 10 plus meetings a week, plus socials, meaning people just get on and chit chat at noon every day, noon central, I should say. And um, it is not a dogmatic community. We have all walks of life, people following different ways of healing and eating, and nobody's going to shame you. Nobody's going to, um, you know, make you feel less than. Um, I can honestly say everyone is very accommodating and they come alongside and they cheer for you. In fact, they're cheering for Becky and I right now over this getting our
Right.
canceled YouTube here. So they're supporting us as well. Becky's a coach. I'm a coach. We have Sly is coach, and we've got James who's coming back and he's going to start coaching too. So you'll have access to those meetings as well. And you'll be able to see on the BNC community once you join what time the different meetings are and so forth. And a lot of people like the what was it? Not this past Friday, but the Friday before. I was driving, and as I was driving, I was doing my meeting. So it was kind of fun. I don't know how that sounded, but the
I
road
was just like,
noise.
I wasn't there that day, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah, we're there, and
Hmm.
we're there in the evening as well. So if you work during the day, come join us in the meeting in the evenings too.
We actually have a meeting starting at the top of the hour. That is the nutrition meeting,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yep.
So, um, so you can come join us there if you join really quick. You can come join us over there at the top of the hour. So, anyway, we're here. We're still alive. We're excited for the new possibilities, and we're glad that you are here with us.
Absolutely. And we will see y'all next Monday. And it may end up and be the two of us, and it may end up and being more.
Right?
So definitely tune in. You never know what we're going to have happen. But thank you all. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate all the support as we reset and move forward with this. So bear with us, but we will get it up and coming and be better than before. So
That's right. So continue to follow us and we'll keep you updated. Thanks again, everyone.
thank you. Have a